Big Time Adolescence is a comedy drama that's on Hulu. It's a new Pete Davidson film, and I really liked it. Now, it really reminded me kind of a bit of my personal life a bit because I feel this is a very relatable movie. Is everyone kind of has that friend that is a really like not a terrible guy, but does have very self-destructive qualities, and is just kind of floundering, not really just doing anything. Like he that peaked in high school and is just not doing anything, just like really just reliving what they feel is their glory days, so like their teenage years, and just it's not moving out of that rut where everybody else is just moving along successfully with their life, but that person isn't. So Pete Davidson plays his character Zeke, and his he has a girlfriend, but breaks up with her very early on in the movie. Like it's a flashback, but he stays best friends with her kid brother. So the kid brother, like his best friend is Zeke. Like he's constantly hanging out with him all the time, and just kind of like uh isolating himself from his family with hanging out with Zeke. Like Zeke is like the older brother he always wanted. Like it does bum him up that they broke up, and it is a little ambiguous a bit if Zeke cheated on her or not. Because that's why they break up. Is she hears a rumor that Zeke cheated on her, so she breaks up with him, and it is a little unclear if he did or not. So I kind of like that because if they stayed together, maybe Zeke would have moved on with his life and not being just kind of a slugger douche. Who knows? But what this movie does best definitely is his self-destructive qualities with this kid, because this kid idolizes him, and there's really funny scenes in the movie. But what ends up happening is Zeke uses him as a drug mule and his drug seller that he sends him to all these parties to sell this drugs. And so shit just keeps building and building and building till shit hits the fan. And uh, feels he has Zeke feels he has this moment of redemption, to where he's like, okay, I gotta step up, I gotta be this role model this kid thinks I am. And it kind of works, but this movie doesn't play around with, in the real world, there are real qualities. Like, everybody's kind of having, like, it's this fun little kind of teenage angst movie till reality hits, and it's like, oh shit, yeah, I'm a high school kid peddling these drugs to these other high schoolers, and there's real stakes and consequences in the movie, and the ending shows it's kind of like a mini Scarface where stuff just keeps building and building and building till you hit the top, and like this kid really kind of does have it all, and he's under the guidance of this guy he wants to be like, but then shit just starts tumbling down to the ground. And where the movie ends is kind of a harsh, bleak reality where just some people never learn, and you have to accept the consequences that are brought upon you by these people and yourself. And that's sometimes you can't save people as hard as you try to save someone from like choices a wrong turn where you want to bring them to your level and like be happy, but they just don't want to, so you're just kind of fucking stuck there. And that's what this movie does really well. And John Cryer plays the kid's dad, and he is fantastic in this movie because it's just John Cryer doesn't understand what he's not doing for the kid, to where why this kid wants to seek out Zeke as this fatherly figure that like John Cryer's not doing himself, because John Cryer is a really good dad. Like he's really loves his son with all his heart, is really trying to make every good decision he possibly can, but he's just kind of mind-boggling why his son is why his 16-year-old son is hanging out with like this 27-year-old nothing in his eyes. And it is amazing. Like the scenes between John Cryer and Zeke in it towards the end, it's just really, really good. And he tries to like add. He has this line where he goes, "You're not friends with my son. You're just babysitting him. That's how I see it." And Zeke just kind of has this moment. It's like, huh, okay. I give this a solid 4 out of 5. If you have Hulu, you should check this movie out because everybody knows somebody that's like this.